look at the positive everything, and then I don't know. Some stuff it just happens the way it's supposed to happen. Man.
Choice, man. What do you like? You want to look at all the negative shit, or you want to look at all the positive shit? What do you want to do?
That's right.
And
Because you can't change the past, no matter what you do. Can't change that part of the timeline. You just move forward.
well, one of my friends that shall remain nameless, um, he thinks that that all the times I find coincidence in my life is not really coincidence. I'm just making shit up. I'll pull that mic back in tight to you.
Okay.
That I'm like, you're just drawing conclusions that don't exist. You're just drawing conclusions that don't exist. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fair. I go, but which way would you rather view the world? Would you rather view the world in the sense of like everything kind of means something and there's a flow and like you feel like you're a part of, the circle of life? Or do you just want to be like a negative Nancy about it and just go, well, the world just kind of sucks in these parts and okay in these parts. So you can choose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But don't be fucking banging on me because it feels like things are going right for me.
Yeah. I feel like there's those two. There's either the dwellers or the non-dwellers. There's a lot of dwellers out there.
Well, because the reality of it is we're all flowing back and forth between those two things, right?
Yeah.
Like, because your world is never all the way right or all the way wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Even there's a great book, and I've maybe talked about it before. It's called Man's Search for Meaning. You familiar?
No.
Okay.
I don't read too much.
Okay. So it's on audiobook. Okay.
I can listen.
You can listen. Okay. And this book is the writings and the experience of a man that survived the Holocaust.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And like easily, those people were treated worse than animals.
Yeah.
And when you hear his account, his ability to find gratitude and gratefulness inside of the Holocaust.
Wow.
It really makes you look at your life and go, man, like, ain't too much to complain about over here.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Pretty great.
That's right. I bet. That's crazy, man. That's very humbling. Just thinking about it.
Oh man, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself for these questions that I picked because
I fucking man, bro.
Well, I didn't.
I told you you're cool, motherfucker.
I just kind of went on my gut of like what I know about you just via like our small, like Facebook interactions.
Yeah.
And I think I did really well. Okay.
Yeah, I felt like we got to know each other more through Facebook than we knew each other. But that's the cool part of it.
Well, you got to take advantage of these things sometimes.
That's the beauty of it, though, man.
Yeah.
I've known you forever.
Okay. I'm not gonna lead with that one. That one, right there. Okay. I'm gonna. You know what? We're just gonna start with this one. So this is 6 pack of questions, and we're gonna hit Mike up with 6 questions. Okay, Mike. What languages do you speak right now? That's not the actual question. I just want to.
English and Vietnamese.
Okay, you speak Vietnamese.
A very, 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 very little Spanish because I listen to Spanish music.
Okay. Okay, why do you listen to Spanish music?
I have a Mexican wife.
Okay.
I've stopped listening to English music. I mean, I'll hear English music, but I don't go and get English music for the past 5 years now.
What kind of Spanish music she listens
to? She listens to all kinds of stuff like cumbia, reggaeton, or whatever, right? I listen to mainly reggaeton and I guess they call it Latin trap, the mainstream Latin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Bad Bunnies, Karol G stuff.
Look at that. Okay. So the actual question is, which language would you like to speak fluently?
Spanish.
Mm-hmm. It's almost necessary in Texas.
Yes. I would love to be able to communicate in Spanish. Not only just know what the hell I'm fucking rapping about or whatever I'm singing about. I always make fun. I could fucking say I'm sucking some dick and I don't even know. I'm just screaming it out. I love it.
All right. Which moment from your life would you choose to relive if you could?
Man.
These questions.
Ask that one. Shoot, gun to my head. I'm gonna have to just say at least somewhere before my dad died. Yeah, I mean, if we go back in that time, I can't tell in the future, but I would love to spend a little bit more time, for sure, before he died, because that was very sudden.
Mm. Do you ever regret the time not getting along with him when you were younger?
I don't know. Never thought about it because I guess I felt everything's kind of made up. I can't be mad at him about anything. My life is blessed because of him. He ended up giving me my entire life and a way to raise my family and give even my family a future. I mean, just even just his legacy, everything. I can't. I never thought back to like that time or any anger during that time anymore. I know I resented it, but I don't. Yeah, we're good. We're more than even. I mean, he's given me a lot.
You know, it's crazy. I've never really kind of thought of that question myself of like the time that I didn't get along with my parents, if I would want that time back getting along with them.
Yeah,
And I think it's impossible. Like
yeah,
there is no us getting along now without us not getting along then.
yeah.
You
That's
know what I mean?
true.
It had to,
Yeah, that's true. So
Mm.
yeah, would like to go back and give him what he deserved, man. Being a parent, at least to me. Yep.
What is one fear you'd like to conquer?
Uh, fear of heights.
Are you afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of heights. I'm starting to conquer it. I see some snowboards up there. Being on the mountain helped me conquer some of that.
Yeah.
And I don't do things off my feet, so I don't skateboard. I don't ice skate. So yeah, my buddy's like, "Oh, let's go on a fucking mountain snowboard." Put me on a blue, and that first hill, that first slope scared the shit out of me. It took me what 8 hours to get down.
Okay, can we just talk about people that do shit like that really quick?
Motherfuckers. Hey, but you helped me out.
Hey, I mean, look, my ex-wife can be what it is, but she was a pretty good like snowboarder,
Okay.
right? And I don't know what her expectation of me. I do a lot of wakeboarding, but I
Okay.
don't know what her expectation of me was in snowboarding and stuff like that. But it was rolling down the hill. Like, that's what it really was. You know what I mean?
You must be good now.
Well,
All
those
this
I
equipment.
didn't want to point those out, but those are all wakeboards.
Oh,
Even though they do
oh,
look like
you're right. They're not.
they do very much look like
Yeah,
snowboards.
okay, you're right. It
But
is a lot fatter, but I'm sure it's similar movement.
yeah, well, kind of not really.
No, okay.
No, a wakeboard you want to ride the like lip, and you don't want to do that on a snowboard because you're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
eat
You
shit.
eat it.
Yeah,
Can you snowboard?
not very good.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Like, well, dude, like no, like
Me neither.
a lot of times
But I
it would
love
be
it.
like, okay, look, let me put it this way: I could snowboard if I could figure out how to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't know. I can't stop. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, because I'll get going, and then I'm running. I'm like literally going towards a tree. And I'm like, well, it's either fall on my face or hit that tree.
Yeah.
So, fall on my face.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to change this question.
All right.
Just we're going to make this this is going to be a H-Town question here.
But
Okay. The question is, in your opinion, what are the 7 wonders of the world? Okay, but we're going to go ahead and just skip the first 7.
okay.
Talk about the 8th wonder of the world,
Yeah.
which was the Astrodome.
The Astrodome.
Okay. Do you have any memories of the Astrodome,
Oh,
like as a kid?
absolutely. All the Astros games, man.
Wasn't it a great place?
Yeah. My
I'm a
uncle.
total homer for it, but like
Yeah. No, I loved it, man. I remember taking my glove to the park all the time. My uncle always took me.
Astro World, y'all go to Astro World?
Well, oh shit! I was real mad when Astroworld left. I was like, man, every year I get to ride my roller coasters, but man, it's sad to see the way it is. There's nothing.
I know, man.
It's a parking lot, man. It's crazy. We need a Six Flags. But I guess they didn't do well. I don't know.
Probably too many lawsuits.
Yeah.
Oh wow. See, this was a really good question that I didn't know. What did you get in trouble? Wait, what did you get the most trouble in when you were young? Or what did you get into the most trouble for when you were young? God, that's so hard.
Okay, 4 and 2 is a big difference. And I don't know who the hell's watching this podcast, but if you
Just say what you're comfortable with, you know what I mean?
be real, I'm all about being real. In trouble 4? Not much. I didn't get caught. I guess one time, definitely when my mom saw me smoke weed for the first time, but till this day she doesn't know if it's weed or not. I remember she came home.
She does that?
Yeah, shit. Love you, mom.
I think she's probably
She
good
came
with
into
it.
the backyard, and me and my I'll just say boys, and we were on the backyard deck, and she right when she opened the door, we had those those real estate take one tubes or whatever. We make those into bombs. So I mean, just imagine filling that big ass fucking thing. And I just milked it all the way up, and I fucking take the hit, and she opens the door, and I'm like. That I got in trouble for, but I just said it was flavored tobacco. She was super naive. Um, what kind of trouble did I get into? Shit, bad. I was partly a criminal. Definitely a criminal. But to do it just to either get by or whatever I needed to do, or I was just part of the wrong people and got involved in it. I don't know if I should say what I did, but
Nah, just that's good.
yeah.
Well, let me just like point out, the whole podcast and everything we talked about is just, how much different than you are than that now as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people have to go through those kinds of things.
It built me. I don't regret one bit of it.
Yeah.
It was a crazy part of life, but it built me.
I mean, look, like I say it all the time, like Jay-Z was a drug dealer, right? Like, I mean, 50 Cent was a drug dealer. Everybody,
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, people have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's unfortunate that some people have to start in that way. But even like what y'all do for the community allows people not to start in those kinds of ways and get started. The way you give back and all those things that you do,
Hey, but I can connect with them because I know that life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what's up.
All right, this is the last one. What would you most like to do for someone else if you had all the money and time?
Many people or just one person?
It says someone else, but I'll let you go. If it's like a group, you can do a group, or if you wanted to pick one person, you can pick one person.
I mean, number one is going to be my family, but I mean, outside of that, I had a whole bunch of money, man. I don't know. I'd have to figure out a way, just like what JJ Watt raised all that money, right? I would want to start a program to start something to figure out a way to get those resources to the people that need it in the best way possible, where those resources aren't wasted into just free money. But really help people either get on their feet or find a place to live, whatever it is. Better the life of a lot of people that need it.
Okay, so let me ask this. Like, I've never thought of this before, but what do you think? When you have those kinds of resources, would it be better off instead of like, I don't want to say giving it to people, using it to create jobs, opportunities, and things for people to make their own money?
Yeah, right? You can't just give.
You can't and that sounds shitty to say that, but like,
I work in that world, man. I know you can't just give. There are going to be the smaller percentage, the 10 or 15% of those people that really need it, that actually utilize that the way you need it. Majority, I hate to say, there's a reason why people are still stuck in the low income cycle. So you can't just give. It doesn't work.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and as many people as there are, like if we're getting on the subject of like government giving money, as many people as there are, the trillions of dollars you need to spend on it, dude, you waste so much of that because they blow it. It's
again, you're not teaching them a new skill.
You're just giving them a gift of like, go fucking buy shit. Basically, people in the low income cycle aren't going to say, hey, I'm going to use that money to invest or do something or better my life.
Like go to school.
But I really wanted them rims. I really wanted them new kicks right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to do. Or I really want a steak dinner for my whole family or something. So they're going to go blow that. Right? You got to create a tools for people to get better. So it can, that bit of money, even though it's trillions of dollars, but when you split that between everybody, that little amount of funding can help them better them and get them on their feet better to do something better and gain success in the long run. It's hard though, but yeah.
Well, it's like you see in a lot of other countries where like they have like free college or whatever, right? And they're giving young people an opportunity to learn to make careers and make money if they choose that. You know what I'm saying? And we've experimented with stuff around here like that. But like, this is also not other countries. This is America. And so our problems and things are different here. So maybe the way we structure things should be a little bit different,
Yeah, no, I agree. And and a lot of that money has to start with the youth. So if I want to change anything, you got to change by the generations. it's hard to change the old dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, help them out as much as I can, whatever program there could be, but definitely could start with the youth, whether it be scholarships or anyway, but getting those people into the right direction where it doesn't waste that talent and education and the passion, and then they hit the real world and they didn't have enough money to go to college, things like that. It's a waste. Those are the people that we can still utilize in our society, you know?
Yeah.
But oftentimes they get wasted because there's not enough resources to get them to those colleges, but they had the passion, and then they get back in the low income cycle, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard. I mean, that's a whole nother subject, the low income cycle, man. But yeah, we could talk about that for a little bit.
Mike, I appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you.
Thank you.
Much love to you, brother. This was amazing.